Welcome guys in today's episode. My name is Captain Richie 254. In today's episode, as you can see down there, we are going to discuss about topics to cover in your training as a cabin crew. So guys, welcome. Do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Give it a thumb up if you like this video, and share. Also, number one, in the topics that you are going to cover in your cabin crew training, number one is you're going to be introduced in aviation. Introduction in aviation. You are new. You just had a desire that you want to become a cabin crew, so you must be introduced. But first, before anything else, you must be introduced. What is aviation? Yeah, that is number one. Number two, you're going to be introduced to Kenya Civil Aviation Regulations. Kenya Aviation, Civil Aviation here in Kenya, they have their own regulations. So you must understand the regulations, because if you don't understand these things, at times you might do something that will make the airline or the Kenya Civil Aviation Authority to take away your license. For you to have a good understanding, in your training, you must be taught before anything else the regulations about Kenya Civil Aviation. Make that and as a note that there are things that you have to learn or even to know before you get that certificate. Number three, you're going to learn about how to control the crowd. There at the airport, inside the aircraft, you are going to deal, as I used to tell you in previous videos, the people you're going to deal with, then they're different from the people that maybe you are associated with or to. For you'll inside the aircraft, you're going to meet people who are drunk. What are you going to do to them? They are drunk, they want to party inside the aircraft. You have to be to undergo a certain training how to control these people. You can't just throw them away, because again you have to look after the name of the company, for you not to tarnish the name of the company, and for you to be sometimes you can even be awarded as the best cabin crew. It's also an advantage for you if you get to learn how to handle the crowd or the people that you're going to be serving inside the aircraft. The other thing is you're going to be taught about meteorology. Meteorology deals with the weather, as we all know. You're moving from Nairobi to London. The weather in Nairobi is not the same. In Nairobi, it's not the same weather there at London. So, as you go on your way, we are going also to encounter some changes in the weather. So you're going to be taught how to handle them. There are weather that are going to cause turbulence in the aircraft. Some passengers might be having new passengers who have never flown before. How are you going to explain to them, or what are you going to tell them when the aircraft is in turbulence? You don't know what is turbulence, you are not taught, but how are you going to tell them? So in meteorology, you're going to be taught all that and how to handle passengers when the aircraft hit turbulence. The other topic you're going to learn about is fire and smoke training. How to fight fire inside the aircraft. Maybe you are in the air. We have seen some of the aircraft having some challenges, mechanical challenges, and sometimes they even get fire on board. How are you going to fight them? You have to be trained how to fight fire inside the aircraft on board the cabin. Smoke, sometimes the aircraft, you can't see, the fire is not visible, but there is smoke coming on the aircraft. What are you supposed to do? You are going to be trained to have that proper training for you to fight smoke, and for you to get more knowledge how to handle this thing, the smoke thing, when the smoke comes from the cabin in the aircraft. You are going to be trained how to handle the passengers, not to panic and all that, how to handle them, what to do If you're supposed to move the passengers from one point to the other, you're going to be trained how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed just to do it like anyhowly, but you're going to be trained. So guys, the other thing you're going to be trained in the training, there is also swimming classes. In your cabin crew training, you're going to be trained how to swim, how to be a good swimmer. I told you earlier, you have to be, these are when I talked about requirements, you are also going to be trained how to be a good swimmer, guys, because at times the aircraft might have a challenge. Maybe you are in the middle of an ocean, the aircraft is out of fuel. Maybe you have an emergency, the aircraft crash landed in the water. What are you going to do? You're supposed to help other people who don't know how to swim. So you have to undergo a thorough water training survival. That is how it is called in cabin crew, water survival training. So the other thing, the thing that you're going to be trained in your cabin crew training is about grooming and service training. In the aircraft, sometimes you are going, maybe you're working on a budget airline. Budget airlines do not employ people to clean the aircraft, because most of them, they don't have that time. They land in maybe from you are taking off from Nairobi, maybe to Mombasa, and you want to go back to Nairobi, or you want to go to Malindi or somewhere else. This is a budget airline, so they don't have the time to wait for people to come and clean this aircraft. So you, as the cabin crew, and also the first officer of that flight, also helps in cleaning the cabin, let's call it preparing the cabin for the next flight. They will help you in that. So you're also trained how to take care of the cabin in the aircraft, for you to make a smooth and a perfect and acceptable flight in your airline that you're going to be trained. There are also, apart from those things that you're going to learn, there are also some added advantage for people who have some other knowledge, like who have done foreign languages. Maybe you're going to work with, for example, our local airline, which is KQ. You're going to deal with people from different areas, different continent. But when you have the knowledge of speaking other languages, maybe like French, Germany, it will help you with those people. It will definitely help. The other thing is another added advantage is hospitality. When you have the knowledge in hospitality, it will help you in serving the people who are also in the cabin that you're supposed to serve. The meal, maybe you're supposed to serve the meal also, and it will also ease the training. When you're in the training, it will ease the hassle to get this knowledge. The other thing is other added advantage is being a psychologist. Being a psychologist, you are able to learn to learn things from people by just looking at people. Whether people are telling you lies, maybe they have done something wrong, you are able to learn and able to know whether these people are seeing the right thing or doing the right thing. The other added advantage is safety and first aid. It also helps in your training. It will ease that much hassle in your training about understanding the safety and first aid. The other added advantage in this field of cabin crew is travel and tourism. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe. I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe, give it a thumb up, and be blessed. Thank you.